The real reason people don't like you. Have you ever asked yourself why people don't like you? Well, if you've asked that question, this video is for you. Noelle Randall has so many students that come to her and talk to her about people that are not supporting them, people that are turning against them, people that they thought would support them and help them and encourage them are not doing that. And they're realizing that there's a lot of people that do not like them. And I have experienced this. I do experience this. So I'm going to give you some real talk about why people really don't like you. And more importantly, what you can do about it. Let's go.
Noelle, yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that, yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that, let's fix that.
So let's get right into this. I am a millionaire. I live a millionaire lifestyle. I'm an entrepreneur, a mentor, an author, a speaker, a mom of five, and so much more. So I get that everyone does not like me. And I now have a lot of students that are on their journey, and some of them have reached that status. They're making 20,000, 30,000. They're making lots more money, and they're starting to find all of these people that do not like them. And it actually is causing some type of sadness sometimes, causes depression, anxiety. So I'm going to give you 10 tips on how you can deal with this and what you should do. Number one, you have to understand you are not everyone's cup of tea. Noelle Randall realizes that everyone does not like me, and that is totally okay. You have to understand that people have different tastes. They like different personalities. They like this, they like that. So you possibly could not be everyone's cup of tea. You really have to understand that everyone is not everyone's cup of tea. That's why we have that saying, she is not my cup of tea. I say things like, I do not enjoy that person. I say these things. I try not to say I don't like a person, but I do say I don't enjoy them. I say that often because I too realize that other people are not my cup of tea, just like I am not their cup of tea. And if you really want to get grounded and stop caring what people think, and you really want to get to that next level in your life, you have to embody this principle. You have to really understand you cannot please everyone. You cannot be liked by everyone. People that are well loved and well liked and adored by the world, there are people that do not like them. Okay, absolutely, unequivocally. You name a person, there are people that love them, there are people that do not like them. Anyone you name. So if you can understand that concept, you will be so much better off. Let's keep going. Number two, stop focusing on trying to win people over. Do not try to win someone over when you're realizing that they don't like you, or if they're saying snarky comments to you, or if like you meet a friend and that you have a friend. This often happens where you have a friend and then they introduce you to one of their friends, or like this mutual friend or something like that, and you guys just do not like each other and you try to win them over. That is a big mistake. The richer I got, the more I stopped trying to win people over and convince them to like me, because quite frankly, that's it. Trying to get someone to like you and convince them to like you and why they should like you, that's it. And that's just going to make them dig in more. And the more you don't care, the more that they would actually see that you're an authentic person, you're a genuine person, and you're not trying to be liked. But if you're actually trying to be liked and trying to convince someone to like you, then that makes you super unlikable. So don't do it. Just focus on the people that like you and keep the rest of the people moving. Number three, being liked isn't always authentic. You have to admit there are times when you're trying to be liked, or people are trying to get you to like them, and they are not being authentic. They're kind of being fake because they're trying to get them to like you. And in many cases, there could be some manipulation going on. Just think about it like a politician. If a politician is trying to get you to like them, they are being manipulative. They want something in return for that. They want your vote. They're being likable. And again, if you're in politics or you're in the business of trying to get people to like you, then maybe this is something that you might do. But for 99.9% of the population, unless you are like running for office, and even then, we hate inauthentic politicians. We hate people that are just trying to get us to like us. So even as a politician, to me, that's not a great move. But again, I don't consult politicians. I don't know how to get elected to office, but that really does have that feel. And so it's not usually authentic when someone is trying to be likable, or they're on a show like Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. They're trying to be likable. So again, usually not authentic. So kind of think about that. Like, are you being authentic? Is this person being authentic? Being liked in the attempt to being liked is usually almost always not authentic. Number four, Life is a mirror, not a window. If someone is looking out and they don't like you, that's usually something inside of them. Remember, we are a mirror. Every single person that we meet is a mirror of ourselves. We actually give people personalities and we actually create who people are. That's another thing that people do not realize. You never authentically know another person. You never know what they're thinking. You never know who they really are. No one in the world, another person cannot know what another person is thinking. That's impossible. And so once you understand that and you embody that idea, you will quickly realize that life is a mirror, not a window. You're not looking out and seeing what really is there. You're looking in a mirror and reflecting back. The world is reflecting back to you who you are. So people that really don't like most people, they're probably not a likable person. There's something going on with them. There's something in that person that you're somebody that you're looking at and you don't like them. That's usually something inside of you that you're kind of working on. It's probably best to be indifferent to most people, and you can actually start to be more likable by kind of being more neutral in how you feel about other people too. Because again, life is a mirror, not a window. So what are you giving off? You get what you give. And so a lot of times, if you're being really, really honest, people don't like you because you don't like most people. And if you're good with that, be good with that. That's fine. Number 5, you are art. I am art. We are art, and we are art in progress. Therefore, we are always changing. We're not always the same person. Who we were and the opinions that we have one year may not be the opinions that we have even a day or 2 days later. So even if someone doesn't like you, that doesn't mean that's the way it'll always be. Okay. They could grow to like you. They could like you and then not like you. This is not this finite thing, likability. And it is very subjective. Each person has their own opinion of another person. Therefore, there is no objective or universal or even finite likability. It's not going to be constant where you're always liked by every person at every time. People that do like you could not like you about something else. Like just think about your family and different friends and things like that. There's things that you love about them and there's things that you do that they just you don't like about them. Same thing that goes on with you. There are things that people love about you. They may think that you're super likable, but there's something that you do or something about you that is not likable to some person. And again, that's the part of art. We're always constantly changing. I am a piece of art. You are a piece of art, and we're an art piece that is in progress. We're not done. And so this is not some finite thing, but I do not think, let me be clear, that you should be trying to change to be more likable by others. That's not your goal. If you're wanting to be a more peaceful person, you want to be a happier person, you want to be less negative, different things, that inner work that you're doing on yourself for you, that's awesome. But if you're trying to be more likable to like attract friends, that's probably not going to be your best route. Working on yourself and then those people will come to you is the correct route. Again, you cannot focus on others. You only have control of yourself. And again, the opinion of others does not matter to you. Number 6, your response is all that matters. Your response to not being liked by someone is all that matters. Again, if you break down and it makes you cry, that's on you. If you are hurt by every person that does not like you or negative things that are said by you, that's on you. If you try to change your personality or your behavior for someone else, that's on you. Everything is on you. It's only your response that matters. Getting angry, getting sad, all of those things are the same. Really, someone not liking to you should just be, oh, okay, great. Just like, oh, it's raining right now, or oh, the sun is shining right now. It's just something that's happening. It's not anything that you necessarily need to do. Again, if it's someone that you love and they don't like you, that could be an issue with you guys' relationship and something that you guys need to talk about. But usually what I do find is people will not like someone and they will think that that's the inner work that they need to do. That's not really the inner work that you're trying to do. Like you're not trying to be more likable. Again, you're trying to be maybe less negative, again, or put it in a positive way. I'm trying to be more positive, or I'm being more positive, or I'm working on being more positive. Working on being more optimistic. I'm working over on being giving people grace instead of having resentments. I am working on success instead of working on revenge. Again, there's always a polar opposite to whatever emotion that you're feeling. And if you're really working on yourself and you're saying, I'm getting to that next level, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to be this, it's inner work that you're doing, not outer work with other people. So It's your response. That's all that matters. Number 7, good and bad is subjective. If someone thinks that you're a bad person, that is subjective. They think that about you. That does not mean you're a bad person. If someone thinks you're a good person, that doesn't mean it's true that you're a good person because someone said you were. The bottom line is what you think of you and the people that you care about. You may care about some of their thoughts, but even like your parents, your mom, your dad, your grandma, you don't really care if they like you, especially if it's not affecting you in any way, shape, or form. And most likely it is not. Usually it's just their opinion of you. And so whether someone thinks you're good or whether you think someone is good or you think they're bad is just the subjective thing. It's not how it really is. Stop taking it and thinking that it's a fact. It is not a fact. There's no finite definition of this is good or this is a good person or this is bad and this is a bad person. We're all very nuanced. We have good things, we have bad things, we have everything in between. And someone's overall opinion is just their opinion. There is no good or bad person. Number 8, having boundaries will cause people to dislike you. This is probably number 1, and I probably should have said this, but I didn't really want to feed into you believing that it's things that you have done to be disliked. But let me be very, very clear. As you start to set boundaries, as you say no, as you turn down things or make stances and have positions on things, you will be disliked. However, this is awesome. You actually have to be disliked by some people. As I mentioned in number 1, everybody is not everybody's cup of tea. There is going to be people that do not like you. However, you as a person that are growing and taking yourself to the next level, you are going to have to set boundaries, things that you will not stand for, things people cannot say to you, ways that people cannot behave with you. Those are your boundaries, no matter what they are. Maybe you don't like when people are late or people tell you they're going to do something and they don't do it. Now, again, you have to be able to have some wiggle room. People are not perfect. You are not perfect. So other people can't be perfect. But being very, very clear, you will have to set boundaries, and those boundaries will cause people to dislike you. Plain and simple. Own it. Number 9, jealousy is real. There is a thing called jealousy and envy. We know about this, but just because someone does not like you does not mean they are jealous of you. That is actually a really crazy idea for you to have, just to think that everyone that does not like you is jealous or envious of you. Okay. Either that they're jealous, they want you to lose the things that you have, or they're envious, they want to be like you. Those are really, really extreme emotions, and they're very, really low emotions. Jealousy and envy are very, very low frequency emotions, as we say. So higher frequency emotions are acceptance and love and bliss and things like that. So you usually want to stay in your high frequency emotions and stay away from those low frequency ones. But you are going to low frequency if someone doesn't like you and you just automatically assume, oh, it's because they're jealous of me. I'm so pretty, or I'm so successful. It's because I'm tall. It's because I'm good at this and because I do that. That is probably not saying why they don't like you, but again, just thinking that that's why is really a flawed idea. So just kind of get out of that and realize it is something about you that they probably see in themselves. As I mentioned earlier, life is a mirror, not a window. So it is probably something they're seeing in themselves, something they used to be like, or something they just don't like. Something like that is why they don't like you. And again, it could be jealousy or envy, but just to go ahead and blanketly assume that it's jealousy and envy, it is a little bit flawed in itself as well, because that is unequivocally not the reason why everyone doesn't like you. Some people, yes. Everyone, absolutely not. All right, let me tell you this last one because it's huge. Number 10, because we are not perfect people. This is the reason why people don't like you. We are not perfect people. We do not love and like everyone. And so we have to be able to give grace. If someone doesn't like you, you have to be able to give them grace and understand that there's probably something going on with them and leave it alone. And again, giving them grace, not you're feeling sorry for them or you're pitying them or you're over them because you're so high up here on your frequency and they're down there not liking you. Again, positive love. Give grace. Okay. Maybe there's something going on, or they had a bad day, or something that they just don't like about you. And again, that's totally okay. So let me tell you a quick story. I actually used to have this coworker that I thought we were really close. Okay. We were actually working together at this company. It was amazing. We actually got laid off. I ended up having to go back to my parents' basement. You guys know I was broke. I was bankrupt. I had all of these terrible things that happened to me. And we used to work together before that happened. Well, I moved to Connecticut. I learned about real estate investing. I came back back to Atlanta and I had my S together, if you know what I mean. I was doing it. And I hooked back up with this woman thinking that we were going to be friends, but things had really changed and I realized that she did not like me. I found out that she had told this other lady, I wanted to get this job at Fannie Mae, and she had told the people at Fannie Mae not to hire me because I was an obnoxious person. That was her exact word. She is very obnoxious, which is absolutely not true. That's not really a word that I had been used to describe me, but I can be a very intense person. If you know me, you like me, that's one of the things you do like about me. I'm intense. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Let's go. We could do it. I'm positive. I'm overly positive. And she just thought that was obnoxious. And in her opinion, I could see how that is. But at the same time, it hurt my feelings so much that I started to kind of get her to like me. And it was really pathetic, if I'm being honest with you. I was being super pathetic, trying to convince her that I was not obnoxious, listening to things that she would say and trying not to have any opinions on it. And let me be clear, that is both inauthentic and weird. I was being inauthentic and weird. You cannot try to win someone over. And more importantly, stop not being yourself or not having a position is super unlikable. So people that have a position are actually more likable than people that don't. They try to stay neutral about everything. And I don't have an opinion and I'm Switzerland. That's kind of unlikable if you're being honest. Like, have an opinion, have a backbone, have a stance, even if it's not one that people agree with. I'm not saying going around arguing and fighting with people about everything or their worldview, but at the same time, being someone that, oh, I don't have any opinion, I'm neutral on this, that's whack. That's not true and it's super unlikable. I did that. I'm telling you from experience. And the more important thing is to get real about who you are and love who you are. That's the thing. And then you will not care about who likes you and who doesn't, because inevitably there are people that like you and people that don't. Let me share this last thing. You need to get my new book, Making It. You can get this book at makingit.com and you can get this book absolutely free. You just cover the shipping. I really want you to get this book because I wrote this book with 9 other people. Okay. There are 10 chapters in this book and we actually share our real stories of struggle, like things that we did to struggle, how we were able to overcome it. And we try to give you some strategies. Every single author, every single chapter does that. Real stories about kids with autism or going through a nasty divorce or your parents leaving you or getting kicked out. All these real stories in here are in this book and they give you some real stories of a real struggle, but some real strategies on how you can overcome them. This book is not only motivational, it is very, very educational and can help you get to that next level. Again, it's absolutely free. Just go to makingitbook.com right now and get your copy. It's absolutely free. You just cover the shipping. Again, I wrote this book with 9 other people. This is the first book I've ever written like that with other people. And it was so inspiring. It was so awesome to see people sharing their real stories and how they overcame them. Like, I have overcome some things, but you'll be shocked at how many amazing stories are in here. And I am positive you're going to see yourself in one of these authors. So get this book today. We will ship it out immediately. I know that you're going to enjoy it. All you have to do is go to makingitbook.com right now and get this book for free. I just want to make sure that you have all of the knowledge, all of the tools, and all of the resources to be successful. This is Noelle Randall. To your success.
Let's fix that.